Hi everyone, this is Dirk and today we're going to check out some microSD cards. My tests are not sponsored and the numbers are real and they reveal what's the truth behind the advertising of the manufacturer and the real speed of the card. I'm using my microSD card in my drone. I'm recording 4K with 30 FPS. The recommended speed for a drone like this is about 30 megabyte per second writing speed. How many gigabyte do you really need? Well, recording 4K 30 FPS, in about 30-minute recording time, it would require about 15 gigabyte of storage. So you would get away pretty much with a 16 GB card, but to be on the safe side, you should have a 32 gigabyte card. Now, of course, if your drone is a newer drone and you are able to record with 4K 60 FPS, then you need twice the size. So, if you purchase a 64 GB card, that would give you about an hour recording time, 4K 60 FPS. If you record 4K 30 FPS, that would give you about 2 hours recording time. And for the majority of us, this is more than sufficient. So why wasting a lot of money by purchasing 128 or 256 GB? Anyway, let's hop into the results. For all my tests, I use Crystal Disk Mark. It is a free program and I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can download it if you want to test your SD cards or your drives. First, I wanted to have the fastest UHS 1 card that's out there, and advertised was the SanDisk Extreme Pro. So I purchased this one here on Amazon, but when it arrived, I had to learn quickly that it was a fake, it was a counterfeit card. The advertised read speed 100 megabyte per second and the advertised write speed was 95 megabyte per second. Here are the real results and we are very, very far off. So I sent it back because obviously this was a knockoff. In order to avoid more fakes, I ordered directly at the Western Digital Store and I purchased the SanDisk High Endurance microSD card 32 gigabyte. The card was advertised with 100 megabyte per second speed. And the read speed was only 38, the writing speed only 31. To me, this is simply false advertisement. I also ordered the SanDisk High Endurance 256 GB. And same story here, advertised with 100 megabyte per second speed. Read 38, write 35, absolutely false advertisement. I wanted to test their latest and greatest card, which is the SanDisk Max Endurance, and the specialty about this card is that you can use it for up to 13 years and capture 120,000 hours of footage on this card and rewrite it over and over without wearing out. Now it's advertised again with 100 megabyte per second speed, but also here we got only 38 megabyte per second reading speed and 33 megabyte per second writing, and that's simply not okay. Truth in advertisement, right? I purchased another one and I wanted to put this in my drone, and this one is the SanDisk Extreme 32 gigabyte and it was advertised with writing speed up to 90 megabyte per second, and here is what I really got: 38 megabyte per second reading and 33 megabyte per second writing speed. Absolutely not okay. Now I wanted to test a very special card. It is a USH2 card, the Verbatim Pro 2 64 GB, and it is advertised with 285 megabyte per second read and 245 megabyte per second writing speed. Blazing fast. Now what you need to know about USH2 and USH3 cards, they have a second row of pins on the back of their card, and only if you have newer devices that have connectors for the second row of pins, then you get the advertised speed. If you have older devices and they can connect only to the first, to the top row of pins, you will get different results. Here is what you will get. With older devices, this card performs with 95 megabyte per second reading speed and 80 megabyte per second writing speed, which is still impressive. But an absolute waste of money if you cannot utilize the full performance of such a card. I tested my old Lexar card. This card is already 5 years old, it's still available on Amazon, and it reads with 40 megabyte per second and writes with 23 megabyte per second, and for a card like this in this price range, I think it's absolutely okay. I have the Samsung Evo Plus 256 GB and I tested it with impressive results. 93 megabyte per second read and 84 megabyte per second writing speed. That is amazing. I purchased also the Samsung Evo Select 64 megabyte and 256 megabyte. Let's take a look how they perform. 92 megabyte per second reading speed and 65 megabyte per second writing speed is pretty good. The 256 GB version performs even a little better, 92 megabyte per second read and 85 megabyte per second write. And now we come to a real surprise. I tested the Toshiba Xperia Pro card, 16 GB, and it costs only $7, including shipping. It reads with 92 megabyte per second and writes at 80 megabyte per second. A card in this price class, this is amazing, and that's why this is my absolute recommendation. If you're looking for a cheap, fast card, this is it. And finally, I'd like to talk about the 256 GB Amplin card. Amplin is offering a variety of these cards. They all come in different packages, from yellow over purple to gold. But in the end, when you take a look at the description, they all have the same features. Now let's take a look how this card really performs. Advertised with 100 megabyte per second speed, the performance is completely underwhelming with 39 megabyte per second read and only 32 megabyte per second writing speed. Don't believe everything that's printed on the packaging. I put a link to all of these cards in the description below. I hope I was able to help you finding and picking the right card for you. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you soon again. Bye for now.